This deck is blue, white, red, and I'm playing United Battlefront, so naturally I called it American Front. And when I typed it in capital letters, it immediately made my skin crawl. That is not a good name for this deck. We're playing 4 copies of Elspeth Stormslayer to double up our tokens. This video is not going to show off very well. And we're playing 4 copies of United Battlefront to go and grab cool shit from our deck. Namely, Simulacrum Synthesizer and various removal and utility pieces. This deck has been modified slightly after game 1 as I'm playing an enchantment in the Perilous Snare slot, because I'm an idiot. Either way, this is a very kind of meta deck, playing some very fun new additions from Dragonstorms of Tarkia. Big shout out to Wizards of the Coast for inviting me to the early access event and getting access to this. And if you're looking to buy any of the cards you see in this video for any format, whether it be Standard or Pioneer or even Commander, where Elspeth is probably still very, very good, you can do so from CoolStuffInc.com, where you can use the code Kenobi at checkout to get 5% off your order, and it helps support the show. And if you buy from magicmadhouse.co.uk in Europe, you can use the on-screen code to get 5% off your order, and it helps us to support the show. We are on blue, white, red Battlefront. We've got a Mana Rock, we've got 3 lands, we've got a Battlefront, we've also got High Noon and Caretaker's Talent. Both cards are pretty strong Magic the Gathering cards. We drew a Synthesizer as well. Good stuff. We'll start with a Flood Farm. Now, interestingly, we don't have access to any blue mana right now because we don't have a Plains. I'm sure we'll fix that eventually. Let's go Fountain Port, let's go Ironcrag. I guess we'll go United Battlefront next turn. We could also just slam Elspeth. Both are quite exciting options. Braided Net, looks like they're on the same thing we're on. They can tap another target on Lampum. They could tap our Ironcrag here, but they haven't. That's fine by me. Let's go United Battlefront. I forgot Elspeth was 5 mana. I don't know why. I thought she was 4. We hit Tinker's Tote and we hit Makeshift Binding. Tinker's Tote's going to make some bodies, and Makeshift Binding is going to do nothing. It's just going to be a thing in play, which is a shame. Not the best hit from Battlefront. I assume our opponent's also slamming a Battlefront here. This might be the mirror. They did not slam it. We didn't hit a land for Elspeth, though. We'll go to combat, and we'll get in for 2. I think here we just cast a Caretaker's Talent. Gets us to draw a card by copying a gnome. They might have counter magic here, I guess. 3 steps ahead. We are up in terms of card advantage, right? We Battlefronted into 2 permanents, one of which didn't do literally anything. It's our creature. One of, I think, or 2 of. And then, obviously, the Tinker's Tote made us some bodies as well. So we are up on cards against our opponent. Struggling for blue sources. Might need to adjust our mana base. They're going to tap our gnome. I'm going to sack it and draw a card. Drew another Battlefront, which we can cast next turn. Maybe into counter magic. Get in for 1. I was hoping to hit a land up so we could cast a Carrot Cake, but we didn't hit that. We'll pass turn to them. Fabrication Foundry is a 2-mana Mana Rock. That's going to be... maybe we should be playing that. It's pretty good. You can return things in the bin, right? Turn an artifact card with mana value X or... On our turn, we're going to untap and hit a land drop. Cool. Okay, we're not going to slam Elspeth into counter magic. We're going to cast a Carrot Cake. It resolves. It'll get us a Scry, which is pretty good. Legion Extruder to the bottom. We don't have access to a red source right now. We want to hit it off Battlefront more so than cast it. They're going to tap on Gnome. I'm going to cast a High Noon just to limit what they can cast on their turn. Although it does make us 1 spell a turn into their counter. But we can slam Battlefront, we can slam Elspeth, and eventually when we hit a blue source, we can get Simulacrum Synthesizer. Sword Blades will come in and do 5 damage to our Gnome. Goodbye, Gnome. Maybe we should just not be greedy with our red sources and go to the spring-loaded Sword Blades. That's their 1 spell for the turn. They're going to craft with artifact to create this thing. 4 mana, draw a card for each artifact you control. Sure. I'm going to cast United Battlefront and see if they have counter magic. They did not have counter magic. That's really good for us. We've got an embarrassment of riches here. I guess we go Caretaker's Talent and we go Legion Extruder because we can make golems off that and that draws us cards. That's pretty good. 2 damage to them. And then we're going to copy our rabbit just to draw a card. They're going to get lost to the enchantment. Sure. That's fine. In for 1. It's going to cost them 4 mana and tap to draw a card for each artifact you control and put this artifact into the owner's library. They don't have access to that mana now. They do have access to that mana now because of the Fabrication Foundries. Of course they do. We get to untap and land an Elspeth, which is pretty sweet here. Here's an Elspeth. No counter magic from them because they're tapped out. And we'll uptick Elspeth too. They're going to tap down our rabbit. Sure, we make 2 on once. Having Elspeth resolved now is very strong. Of course they can get lost it. That's easily done. Perilous Snare. This exiles are... Okay, we just play Perilous Snare over Makeshift Binding. I wanted the life gain against aggro, but it's not really necessary. We're going to crack 1 map to explore. Caretaker's Talent on top. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. We'll go to combat attack. They're going to tap down the 2-2. Sure, we're going to go ahead and sack the 2-2. Oh, no, we can only sack artifacts with Legion Extruder. Do we sack it to draw a card? Yeah, why not? We draw the Caretaker's Talent for next turn. We get into the red zone. I'm thinking I should have mapped first, actually, because the map could allow us to hit a land drop. Yeah, I should have done that here, because I just trade a 1-1 for a 1-1. Take them to 12, crack this map, target our creature here. Looking for land drops. We hit a Seacrane Coast, which we already played a Fountain Port for turn, so that was actually not necessary. We should have kept the 2 mana up to crack our Carrot Cake to scry some more. That would have been much better than what I just did. Although at least we have a land drop for next turn, but it's not a red land drop. I need to really fix the mana if we want to play this Legion Extruder and this Chainsaw. Although we're playing like 3 or 4 red spells, just hoping to hit them off of a straight red source or access to United Battlefront, right? Voyage home, draw 3 cards and gain 3 life, affinity for artifacts. Wow, I didn't know that card existed. This is also a blue source down here, which is pretty good for the following turn to like play synthesizer, play synthesizer. We hit Elegant Parlor too. I think we're going to go to combat, let them tap down our body. They make a fish instead, of course. They get a block. We're going to sack the token, draw a card. We hit an Aegis. No damage, okay. I'm going to Surveil 1. Put a Simulacrum in the bin, because we've got 3 in hand right now. I think we just slam a Caretaker's Talent into no counter magic. Pass back to them. They're going to draw loads of cards, but... Well, they can draw cards and cast 1 spell thanks to High Noon, actually. So they can draw loads of cards and get lost our Caretaker's Talent. What a grindy match. And I think Perilous Net is way better than this Makeshift Binding. And I'm wondering if we should be playing more nets for the card draw. I'd cut them to just put more interaction in because I was expecting more creature-based decks. But our first match of the day is the Mirror. Once we resolve a couple of Simulacrum Synthesizers, we are laughing. They craft again. Which will draw them 4 cards. It's pretty good. Now, High Noon is stopping us from casting more than 1 spell next turn. They've got to stop in our upkeep. They're going to tap down and take away the abilities of Caretaker's Talent. That's fair. Okay. So it loses... Activated abilities can't be activated. Okay, we still have the passive draw a card, though, which is good. Right, we're going to play a Synthesizer and see if they have a counter spell for it. They did not. We're going to scry 2. We're going to keep the Battlefield Forge on top of our library. We're going to play the Seacrane Coast. And we're going to pass the turn. We've got mana up for both cracking of a Carrot Cake. We can't crack High Noon right now. We can crack our Tote Bag as well. They're going to draw like a billion. Okay, they are way up in card advantage on us now. But we still have access to a Caretaker's Talent. They're going to get lost it this turn or next, I imagine. I think even the High Noon around is correct here. They got their own Synthesizer. Okay, so we're both synthesizing now, baby. But we get to untap with ours first. But they may have counter magics. We're not playing any. 3 steps ahead. Maybe we should be playing 3 steps ahead. I do like the card. I love the create a token of a copy of a target artifact creature you control as well. Big fan of that stuff. Big fan of that stuff. We're going to be cracking the Carrot Cake just to draw a card anyway. But we'll do it in their end step. We're not going to block here. We can also Legion Extruder away the Tote Bag to make a 3/3. That's kind of better for like pressuring them, isn't it? Because we don't need the Scry right now. We can do both, to be fair. Well, you get rid of the Tote Bag, make a 3/3, draw a card. Now, we can crack Carrot Cake to make 2 bodies here. They do have access to a Fountain Port for blocking, so it doesn't really do a lot. So I'm going to hold on to that for drawing an our turn if we can't make a token. They discard to hand size. We untap. Do they tap our Caretaker's Talent in our upkeep? I assume they do. They did. Now, what's to bet they got a counterspell in hand, eh? What's to bet they have a counterspell in hand? We're going to go to combat first. Attack for 3. They're on 14. They're going to take it down to 11 now. So cracking the High Noon costs us 5 mana. And it does put them, like, being able to cast multiple spells the next turn. They got a lot of mana and a lot of cards in hand. We can crack it in their turn. Let's just try and slam a Synthesizer. So they're going to counter it and create a token, a copy of their own Synthesizer. That is probably going to lose us. Whoa, what was that? So it makes a 6/6. Oh, no! The game is broken wide open and we have lost. Jesus Christ. Playing 3 steps ahead is so much better than what we're doing. All this creature removal is fucking dog shit. I guess this is bad into like it's bad into like aggro, right? And chainsaw and shit is better, especially if we can cast it. Like, I mean, we have Elegant Parlors and Meticulous Fountains, whatever the fuck they're called, the blue white ones. Like, this is just gonna absolutely ruin us, right? So we're about to get hit for 10. I guess we make a fish, which will draw us a card. They get to start their engines. I don't even know what the fuck is triggered. What's this? Draw a card. We're going to go to blocks. Block here. Maybe breaking the High Noon was better. Have they played a... Hang on a minute. Have they played a single new card? Oh, yeah, okay. United Battlefront. We're playing Elspeth and United Battle. They're obviously playing Elspeth too, right? They must be playing at least 1 or 2 copies to double up on Simulacrum tokens. Right, we're going to sacrifice our Carrot Cake. Gain some life. Oh, no. Make a Rabbit and Scry, sorry. Put Seacrane Coast at the bottom. I don't like Seacrane Coast in this deck very much because like here where we can't hit untapped sources. So, a lot of damage coming in. We can blunt it a little bit. Let's just try casting this. If this resolves, it's real good. If it doesn't resolve, well, okay. That's good. We draw a card here. We get a carrot cake. We can't cast it because of our own thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. So we're going to create a copy of our own golem. Construct, should I say. They didn't tap it down, so they gave us a window. And we could tick up, but I think we need to access Fountain Port plus Legion Extruder, not just die. Also, there is an end step, fire off our High Noon, untap, and just cast a million things. That's like a valid strategy here. And we have 3 different things that trigger Simulacrum in hand. They probably have similar, let's be real. They're going to access for more Revolt. They're going to discard an Articar, a waste, and look 10 cards deep. Is Craft with Artifact sorcery speed? Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. They can tap down 2 different creatures with the braided nets as well, but we can generate at least 2 creatures alongside that. So they tap down our 3/3, sure. They spring-loaded Sword Blades to kill it. Sure. I think topping that Carrot Cake was wrong. We probably want another Battlefront, another Elspeth, I think. That's probably better. If they untap and play Elspeth and give everything flying, we just die. So there is that. Elspeth absolutely breaks open this board state as well and just one-shots us. United Battlefront. That is their second copy, I believe. We've both cast 2. They got a Solemn Simulacrum. A solemn Simulacrum Synthesizer, should I say. United Battlefront is very good. I'm quite excited to play this card generally. This seems very fun. I mean, this game is just bonkers, right? Like, what the fuck is going on? I've made about 1 million decisions, and half of them were wrong. We're going to craft with Artifact, and we get them to deck themselves. That could be a thing that could be our path to victory. I guess they're trying to get to having a 20-20, because then if we don't have enough blockers, we just die. So they go to combat 3-17-17. We're going to make a fish. Which tapped both our Fountain Ports, which is... Well, I guess we didn't have the mana afterwards, did we? We're going to activate Legion Extruder, sack our Iron Crag, make a 3/3. I don't really know what my out here is. I don't think I have one. High Noon has absolutely fucked me. Maybe not having High Noon in play would allow us to double spell through their counter magic. I think us High Nooning actually lost us this game. That's probably a really accurate way of describing the situation here. Like, they're only going to really have enough mana and cards to advance their board state and counter one of your spells. So us just like not allowing that was bad. We'll crack this for the prosperity. We'll say good game. Because now we just have access to just Assimilation Aegis, which is, I think, I can't believe I forgot about Perilous Snare. I'm pretty sure I played the last streamer access event talking about how cool of an Oblivion Ring effect it is, because it's got loot in the cage. Oh, we make 2 blockers there, and we exile 1 of theirs. God, imagine that was Detention Sphere. Bang, 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 bang. That would be so good. Draw a card. We hit an untapped land, which allows us to make another Legion Extruder token by sacking the Aegis, I guess. So we do get to have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. Good game. Good game. Okay, that didn't quite work out. We'll try one more time. I'm going to adjust that enchantment for this artifact. I'm going to keep the mana bases here, because I think the mana base is fine. Absolutely want to be playing this, just for triggering Simulacrum and being able to hit just non-land permanents generally. The life gain on the other spell will help with the aggro. Watch me queue into mono red next, right? But that's that. We're playing 3 red spells. We're playing, like, 2 Sunbelow Forges, 2 Elegant Parlors, and a Battlefield Forge, 4 red sources, plus the fact that these are hittable off of United Battlefront. I wonder if I'm meant to play the Legion Extruder generally. Chainsaw kind of sucks, right? But the Legion Extruder does have damage to face, and it makes golems. So we're going to cut 1 Chainsaw, add another Perilous Snare. It's to 61 cards. How many lands are we playing? 24. That's probably the right number, right? We've got 4 5-drops. Maybe, just maybe we should down to 1 Elspeth, but because it's the early access event, I kind of want to play 4 just to draw it more often. High Noon ended up sucking. That's kind of a sideboard card. It's not a sideboard card into like a meta game where people are double spelling an aggro, Monster Rampage plus like a burn spell, or like some of the combo decks people will be trying to play. But ultimately, it made us worse in the like artifact control grindy mirror. Let's try again. We're up again. We have not paired into the same person on the same deck, which is nice. That can happen in the early access. We have access to all our colours. We've got a Carrot Cake and a Braided Net, and an Elspeth. This hand actually looks really solid, right? We've got life gain tokens. We've got interaction. Yeah, I like that. You can go to turn 1 Surveil. They're playing Goblins, so we are against an aggro deck. I did say that's probably what will happen, right? We're going to put another Simulacrum Synthesizer on the top, so we can go Synthesizer into Synthesizers, probably. They're going to play another Goblin. I don't. So for the record, I think there's only like 6 goblins added from Tarkir, and none of them are good, or at least good for the goblin deck. Let's go with Pillow Verge, Carrot Cake. So make us a body to block with. Finds us United Front on top. Sure. I think going like Synthesize into United Front is probably our best route to not dying to the goblins. This is another card that is not from Tarkir. That's really cool. I guess, so I've been playing a bit of goblins in general. And like playing in this event, you don't have to play against Monstrous Rage in theory, which is nice. Because we're about to bloody Simulacrum. It doesn't do anything. I'm going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then hope the United Battlefront gets us there. Aye, aye, aye. We could also Braided Net. Okay, let's go Synthesize and hope the... Oh, that's another bit of damage too. That's 10 if we don't play another Goblin, by the way. We'll leave Perilous Snare on top underneath that Plains so we can hit it off of our United Battlefront. Which means we get at least 1 Simulacrum Synthesizer thing and get rid of the House Squad Heavy or the Lord. They played a Vamp, so we're just dead. We just die. It's just a turn 4 kill with all Goblins that are not from the new set. So that was a really good use of... Okay, fun stuff. Right, once more into this Mulberry Bush once more. We've got 3 drops and 4 drops. Maybe some early interaction would have been better there, but we've got a Surveil on turn 1. Going to fight as a Carrot Cake, hopefully. I'm going to create that Fable Passage in response to our surveilling. This is kind of a thing I've put in for fun. I don't think it's very good. We're going to put it in the bin, though, because we just don't want to draw it next turn. We want to hit a 2-drop interaction spell. Although, at the moment, our mana base can't cast a Legion Extruder if we were to draw it. They're on a Dragon Servant thing. That is fair. Let's go Fountain Port. Pass the turn. So next time we're probably removing this or whatever 4-drop dragon they slam now. If they don't slam anything, I guess it's Simulacrum Synthesizer first. Nothing from them. Okay. Let's go Simulacrum Synthesizer first then. If they have like an Abrade style effect, we'll look a little bit silly. Caretaker's Talent isn't very... Well, it is kind of exciting. We'll draw the Fountain Port. We'll United Battlefront into Caretaker's Talent plus an artifact. That's the plan. That's the plan. They untap and do nothing. Okay, we've got a nice slower start than the last round, right? Where we got ran over. Terror of the Peaks. That's a big boy. We might actually just have to Aegis that now as opposed to... Because then playing another dragon would be bad for us. Okay, we're going to go Aegis. This will ping us for 1. I should have played Flood Farm, really. Make us a body, which will be a 3/3, and we're going to eat the Terror of the Peaks. Now, the upside is, when we equip this Aegis to one of our creatures, we actually get our own Terror of the Peaks. So we can equip here, play a tote bag, and then just do a load of damage. It's pretty sweet. Unless they kill it, I guess. They are hovering it. Yeah, Caustic Excel. It's one of the new dragon removal spells. It's 1 less when you reveal. They didn't. There's another Terror of the Peaks. Okay. So we get hit for 1 there. We draw Caretaker's Talent. We played Flood Farm. I think we just... do this. We could go like Tinkertoad, equip Terror of the Peaks, our equipment to one of our creatures to make our own Terror of the Peak. But I think we want to try and hit another Aegis or another like Oblivion Ring style effect. We did not. Not great. So we're going to make a 1/1. We're going to draw a card. We're going to find an Elspeth. We're going to make another rabbit just to use our mana. Although, I guess we could have made... We can't make a copy of Terror of the Peaks next turn. It's going to do 1 damage to something. Thank God they didn't play another dragon. That's all I've got to say. So we lose that, and we get hit for 5. Yes. Go to 12. We drew a Carrot Cake. We wanted to hit a land there so we can go like United Front plus Carrot Cake, but we did not. So we're going to... We could have also equipped... How many artifacts do we have? 1, 2, 3... 4 when we make 1. Yeah, okay. So we're going to equip here. This is now a Terror of the Peaks. And then we're going to cast a tote bag. We're going to go first on, last off. So we get a bigger Simulacrum trigger on the Terror of the Peaks. So we draw a card off of our Caretaker's Talent. We do, I guess 1 damage here, 1 damage here. And then the final thing kills their Terror. So draw a card, 1/1. We hit that land. We make a massive golem, which will shoot their Terror of the Peaks dead. I wonder if there's a version of this deck where you just play Terror of the Peaks. That'd be pretty sweet, right? But probably not. Okay, in for 5 in the air. That was a good stabilizing element, I think. Like, them hitting Terror of the Peaks into Terror of the Peaks is terrifying. We just, if you get the pun. But we had the removal spell for the first Terror, so we were We were okay. Menace, this makes mana to cast dragons. Yeah, okay. Okay, we got there with that one. Looks like having an Aegis is pretty strong. Okay, we're going to give it one more go of this blue-white with a minor splash, because I've got a bit of a hard-on for Legion Extruder. 2 lands, one of which surveils, a ton of 3-drops, which is pretty what our deck is. I'm going to give this a go. I think with being on the draw, right? Oh, fuck, we're on the play. Maybe that was worse. Anyway, we'll surveil now and hit a land. That's not a land. That goes in the bin. Oh, God. One more time, and I'm going to die to not casting my 3-drops, right? Aegis Turtle. They're on the turtle deck, because there's a card that draws you loads of cards when you have access to turtles, right? Draws 3 and it doesn't untap, and you untap it with turtles. Overgrown Zealot. Never seen that card in my life. We got a 3rd land drop here. Add 2 mana of any one color. Okay. I'm going to Aegis the Overgrown Zealot, because I would like some... I guess going like Kinetic Talent into Tinkertoad makes us hit our land drops, which is something we probably really want to do with this deck. Blood itself is absolutely a meme. I don't think I'll play this on ranked ladder, right? But I really want to hit it off of the battlefield front and then attach it to one of our creatures and like copy one of their things. We saw the last game how good it is copying their shit, right? Sometimes your win con is your opponent's stuff. That is a fucking octopus. A 0/8 octopus. Okay. Didn't hit a land drop. That's on me for not going Kinetic Talent last turn. They hit a land drop. They're on the cool, I say cool, inverted commas cool, new lands that I should have turned on just to show them off in the video. Although I think our deck is playing like 1 or 2 basics. They Fabled Passion on turn 4. I thought Fabled Passion was even an option for fixing our mana in standard right now. Probably been just as fast as whatever the fuck our mana is doing. 3 mana from them. Enduring Innocence. Oh, are they going to cast loads of turtles and... Oh, baby! Shit the bed. Oh, God. Oh, God. I've got to kill that right now, haven't I? I guess I want my copy of that. Turn target, you can draw against +/-0, gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card equals toughness, can attack so that enough defender. Okay, we're eating the pride of the pride of Holoclade right now. I'm going to do it with Aegis so that I can get my own pride later. Boom. In you go. Right. I did not want to get pride of Holocladed. That'd be embarrassing. So they're just going to draw a lot of cards off all their defenders here. They hit us for 2. They gain 2 good 22. Sure. We're going to draw United Battlefront. I'm just going to cast that. I was going to cast Tinker's Toe, but here we are. Here's the Khans of... The Dragon Storms of Tarkir. Don't have a counterspell. Woof. Okay, we did it. Let's go Simulacrum Synthesizer. Let's go... Another kind of talent draws us cards, but I think I want a Legion Extruder. Actually, no, because this comes back. That was terrible. What the fuck am I doing to kill any of the defenders? Killing this, stops them attacking with it. They still have it. I'd rather just eat it with Perilous Snares, to be honest. Let's shoot them in the face. Get Losting. The Caretaker's Talent. That is fine. Gives us a lot of things to make golems out of. We find Battlefield Front on top. We're going to draw it next turn. Yeah, sure. Put the land to the bottom to make our chance of hitting good stuff better. They untap. I hit my microphone. They play another Aegis Turtle. This is fun. This is a fun... I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, I love early access people fucking about. I feel bad for playing, like, interaction and shit. They could play their deck with United Battlefront. I think that's the play, right? United Battlefront again. Let's go. We hit Tinkertoad and Simulacrum Synthesizer. Let's go. Let's just make loads of triggers. It's like Collected Company, but better. Put Battlefront on top of that scribe, put that land at the bottom again. 2 13-13s. Okay. 3 13-13s. Whoa, boy. Whoa, boy. Why did I get 3? I got 2 permanents. Oh, because the second Simulacrum Synthesizer triggered the first one, and then we had 2 cards that triggered the second one. Okay. Pride of Clade is in play. So we can equip it, we can't activate. What does this do? Whenever you attack the target attacking creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. Oh no. What are you doing to me? You're going to force me to eat the pride now. I wanted to cast another United Battlefront, but okay. Here's my 3 16-16s. I always had a love for this Simulacrum Synthesizer, even during like previews. I was like, this card is absolute. Okay, we're gonna block, keep their life total high. The Enduring Innocence will come back. We're gonna cast another United Battlefront next turn. This deck is a lot better when A, you cast multiple United Battlefronts, and B, Your opponent is playing 0-5s and 0-8s. Although I can see their plan. The defender plan is fun. This is pretty cool. Like, making creatures unblockable, then activating, yeah, it's pretty sweet. They played another one? I can't kill that one. I guess in Blade of Shared Soul, wow, it's going to be unblockable next. They don't have enough blockers to block all of our golems, though, I guess, is the... Don't scoop. Let me cast one more Battlefront. Come on. I got you. Come on. Let's go. Okay, Plains. United Battlefront. We're going to hit Perilous Snare and Simulacrum Synthesizer, which is just bonkers, right? Absolutely bonkers. Eat this. Just make 1,000,000 golems. And then we go to combat with attack with... Not the gnomes. The gnomes can stay back. They're on defense. Okay, that was the best showing of the deck yet, because our opponent is doing a very memey thing, which I completely respect, by the way, not mocking them. It's kind of what these events are for to an extent, except I just want to cast the best possible deck with United Battlefront in it, and it's not my deck. It was the first deck. Okay, thank you for watching. There'll be more content, including early access stuff and some standard stuff coming up on the channel.